Most people think you need to spend over 50 grand on an Audi Q5 or BMW X3 to get style, tech, and comfort. But what if a brand new SUV promised all of that for thousands less? Meet the Omoda 9, a newcomer that's already making luxury brands nervous. It's bold, it's packed with features you'd expect in cars twice the price, and it might just flip your idea of value on its head. But is it really the smart buy, or just clever marketing wrapped in shiny packaging? Stick around, because by the end of this review, you'll know if the Omoda 9 deserves a spot in your driveway. The Omoda 9 is the latest SUV from Chery, a Chinese automaker that's been quietly building momentum in global markets. Unlike their earlier budget-friendly models, this one is aimed directly at the premium crossover segment. Think Audi Q5, BMW X3, and Lexus NX territory. On the outside, it's hard to ignore. Sharp lines, a bold grille, and futuristic lighting make it stand out in traffic. Inside, Omoda promises luxury touches, advanced tech, and space that rivals the established players. But here's the real question. Can a newcomer truly go head-to-head with brands that have decades of reputation behind them? In this review, we'll break down everything from design and comfort to driving feel, to see if the Omoda 9 is just hype or a genuine contender. When you first step up to the Omoda 9, the design immediately makes a statement. The front grille stretches wide, almost sculptural, with sharp LED daytime running lights that cut through traffic like a spotlight. It doesn't look like a budget challenger. It looks like it belongs in the premium SUV lineup. Walk around the side and you'll notice the coupe-inspired roofline, giving it a sportier stance than the boxier Audi Q5. And those 20-inch wheels? They're not just for show. They give the Omoda a planted look that hints at confidence on the road. Open the door, and the story continues. The cabin feels surprisingly upscale for a brand, making its first real premium push. Soft-touch materials line the dash, ambient lighting glows subtly at night, and a massive dual-screen display immediately grabs your attention. One screen handles your digital gauges, while the other is all about infotainment, slick, colorful, and snappy to use. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are included, of course, but Omoda also pushes its own AI-powered assistant. Imagine just saying, "I'm cold," and the car adjusts the climate control. Yes, it's that intuitive. Now let's talk about space. In the back, passengers get plenty of legroom, and the panoramic sunroof makes the cabin feel open and airy. Families will appreciate the generous cargo space, which matches or even slightly beats the Q5. And here's something worth noting. Omoda has clearly studied its competition. The small touches, like rear climate vents, USB-C charging ports, and surprisingly plush seat padding, feel like deliberate choices to win over skeptical buyers. But features are one thing. Performance is where the real test begins. Under the hood, the Omoda 9 offers a turbocharged 2.0-liter engine, producing over 220 horsepower. It's not mind-blowing on paper, but on the road it feels eager, especially in sport mode. The steering is light around town, but tightens up nicely on the highway, giving you that secure premium feel. And while it may not have the razor-sharp dynamics of an Audi, it's impressively refined for a first-generation model. The suspension strikes a balance, firm enough to feel connected, but smooth enough to soak up bumps without punishing passengers. Here's where things get really interesting. Out on the open road, the Omoda 9 doesn't just hold its own, it surprises you. At highway speeds, the cabin stays whisper quiet, almost luxury car quiet, with road and wind noise kept firmly in check. Hit the accelerator, and that turbocharged engine pulls harder than you'd expect, making quick passes feel effortless. This isn't just good for the price, it's genuinely impressive. Then comes the twist. Take it into a sharp corner, and while the Audi Q5 still feels more athletic, the Omoda fights back with stability and grip you don't see coming from a newcomer. The steering has a natural weight that inspires confidence, and the suspension, though softer, manages to keep the body composed. You expect compromise, but instead, you find balance. Inside, the tech experience is where the Omoda starts tipping the scales. Gesture controls, voice commands, customizable displays. It feels more futuristic than the Audi. And when you factor in features like ventilated seats, a 360-degree camera, and driver assist systems that come standard, it's hard not to raise an eyebrow. This is where expectations flip. You realize the Omoda isn't chasing luxury. It's redefining what affordable luxury could mean. Of course, there are moments that remind you this isn't a German thoroughbred. Push it to the limit, and the Audi still edges ahead in refinement and ultimate handling precision. But here's the shocker. In everyday driving, where most people actually live, the gap shrinks to the point where you start asking yourself, why spend tens of thousands more? And that's the turning point. The Omoda may ninth, not dethrone the Audi Q5 in every category, but it delivers just enough where it matters most to make you rethink everything you thought you knew about premium SUVs. The question is, will the final piece of the puzzle, the price, seal the deal, or break it? So where does that leave us? The Omoda 9 enters a crowded field dominated by names like Audi, BMW, and Lexus, and against all odds, it actually deserves to be in the conversation. The pros are clear: bold design that turns heads, a tech-filled cabin that feels ahead of its time, everyday performance that's smoother and more confident than expected, and value that could shake up the premium SUV market. On the flip side, the steering still lacks the precision of its German rivals. The brand doesn't carry the same badge prestige, and long-term reliability in the US is still an unknown. For buyers who value heritage, razor-sharp handling, and the confidence of an established luxury brand, the Audi Q5 remains the safe choice. But for those willing to take a chance on something new, buyers who want standout looks, cutting-edge features, and luxury comfort without the luxury price tag, the Omoda 9 is a real contender. It's not just about saving money. It's about redefining what we should expect from this segment. In the bigger picture, this launch signals a shift. Automakers from outside the traditional luxury hubs are no longer content to play in the budget space. They're aiming straight at the premium heart of the US market. If the Omoda 9 finds success here, it won't just challenge the Q5. It could force the entire industry to rethink how much luxury should cost. So here's the bottom line. The Omoda 9 isn't perfect, but it's bold, ambitious, and disruptive in all the right ways. The question now is, would you take a chance on a newcomer over the tried-and-true German brands? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I want to hear your take. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe for more reviews, and stay tuned, because the next wave of competition is already on the horizon.